All right, Gator Nation, Lance and Jasper. A lot of people been asking for the show. We got it live for you tonight. Let's see what we got going for you. You can't do a show without a quarterback. I'm gonna call a quarterback here in a minute. A lot of people want my prediction. I'll just go ahead and tell you, I'm looking at 11-1. The only thing that scares me, maybe the Auburn game. Not so much their talent, but their scheme. Running the ball. Florida Gators have one concern for me this year is can we stop the run? I love Kyrie Campbell. I love Schuler. I understand we got the transfer out of Louisville. But to me, I just feel like the Gators are more built for the pass rush. And stopping the run could be a problem if we play a team that can really commit to it and can run the front of the ball several ways. I think Auburn can do that. A lot of people laugh at Auburn, their talent, their coach, and all that. That's fine and dandy. Just look at the schedule. It falls in a bad place. And if it ain't Auburn, maybe it's South Carolina. It's back to back. You got Auburn, then you go on the road to LSU, and that's South Carolina. Just kind of a weird spot for the South Carolina game this year. I don't remember playing South Carolina this early in the season. If we did, it had to be the Spurrier days. It's strange setting for me. That's all right. When you got Dan Mullen, you can navigate the season. When you got the kind of talent we got, Frank's leading the charge. I would tell you right now that you can see two quarterbacks from the SEC go to the Heisman this year, whether Alabama's quarterback, Florida's quarterback. I don't know when the last time two quarterbacks from the same conference just went to the Heisman, but you're going to see it this year. Mark the word. So forget the bus tickets. We're selling plane tickets. We're going to New York this year, baby. But let's get the quarterback on here and see what we got going. See if y'all like this. Get a little talk on Frank. I believe in Frank. I always have.
What's up, Lance?
Sitting here going live. You live with Lance and Jasper. Representing Gator Nation right here. I told him we can't do a show without the quarterback. So this is my quarterback, Dustin. Graduate of the University of Florida, I might add. So this guy right here is true blue. I got a lot of respect for him. If you don't, you will. But hey, man, I told him my prediction. I'm looking at 11-1. I know you're a little higher than me. Go ahead and tell him how you feeling, and then we'll. I got a few things I want to break down with you. So go ahead and tell him how you feel about the season. What you see?
Oh,
hit him in the head, man.
Absolutely. Well, Lance, once again, thank you so much for having me be a part of the conversation.
It's an honor, bro. It's an honor.
As you know, it's the month of July, and this is where the talking heads really begin to run their course. We have the magazines that are out, like Athlons and Lindy's and ESPN, and everybody is providing their take on how the college football season is going to unfold. And I really believe that the Gators are set up for success this season. I believe that it's going to be a breakout season. And I believe that it's going to look it's going to be a 2006-esque type season for the Florida Gators. Except I believe there's going to be more offense. When I said 2006, I say it in the sense that Urban Meyer had his second season, and after a good, not great, but a good first season that had its flaws, Urban Meyer found himself winning a national championship, and I do believe we're going to see a national championship type season. I know that I've thrown around in conversation with Lance 12-0. Do I think we can do it? Absolutely. Do I think we will do it? I'm not sure if I'm going to pull the trigger quite yet for 12-0. I do believe, though, that we do have a shot at 12-0.
Definitely got a shot.
If everything goes. If everything goes the way it should, and our offensive line stays healthy, then I don't think there's any reason why we can't go 12-0. And from a depth standpoint, our skill positions are out of this world. Felipe Franks may not be Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady, but he doesn't need to be. He's doing exactly what Coach Mullen is asking him to do. He's a willing runner. He's making plays with his feet, and because of that, it's opening up the passing game. opposing defenses know that they can't attack Felipe Franks in the same way that they used to attack him, because when he's under pressure, he's now able to use his feet and elude the rush. And we saw that especially in the last 3 games of the season, or the last 3 major games of the season, the end of the South Carolina game, the Florida State game, and, of course, the Michigan game. The last 2, of course, scoring 41 points. So defense is looking great. I believe especially at the secondary, I think we're going to have top 3 secondary in the nation. With Marco Wilson coming back off injury, C.J. Henderson, who's clearly one of the best corners in the nation, will probably be a first-team or second-team All-American by the end of 2019. And of course, I already said it, but we have elite skill positions surrounding Felipe Franks. We have a running back room, which is I put our running backs against any running backs in the nation, between Malik Davis, Michael P. Ryan, and of course my man Damian Pierce to round it out. Receivers, Trayvon Grimes, Kadarius Toney at the playmaking spot, and then elite tight ends, or up and coming tight ends, I should say. But anything specifically you want to discuss? Because I could go on and on about my excitement for the season.
Yeah. I like what you're saying about the receiver. I mean, I like Florida saying so. I got them at 11 in the morning, but we can argue all day 12 and 11 in the morning. It don't matter to me as long as we get to Atlanta. Either one of those records,
right.
Either one of those records will get you to Atlanta, in my opinion. And it's obvious to me. Because I'll say this about the Gators. I mean, if you look at Alabama, of course they're top dog in the SEC, but I would say Florida would be their toughest out because of the receivers you just mentioned. I mean, if you look at the national championship game, the way Clemson really beat them was just throwing up 50-50 balls. And you want to talk about receivers? I mean, those were true freshmen. Clemson had on them. I mean, we got Sunday receivers. We got 6 NFL receivers that can come at you. I mean, you can go down the list: Jefferson, Grimes, Toney, Cleveland, Swain, Hammond. All those guys will be in the NFL. So I mean, we can attack you that way. I love Dan Mullen as a play caller. A lot of people keep talking about the offensive line might be a hindrance. I don't need to talk about the offensive line. Let me tell you what I do know. Coach Hevesy. I mean, he's proven at Mississippi State. He don't need 5-star guys. You don't need household names to run an offense. I mean, Dan Mullen turned Dr. Glitter and Felipe Franks, and he turned that offensive line at Mississippi State every year with John Hevesy's help from Dr. Glitter. And the biggest plus for the Gators is the play calling. I mean, Dan Mullen as a play caller, top in the country. I say him and Lane Kiffin are the best play callers in America. And when you got Hevesy as an offensive line coach who's also co-offensive coordinator, Billy Gonzalez, co-offensive coordinator, it really just gives you an edge. And to me, I just don't see how you game plan for the Florida Gators. I mean, who you going to start week to week? I mean, you might plan to stop Jefferson, and we kick your ass with Toney. You want to try to stop Toney? We'll kick your ass with Jefferson. You want to stop both of them? We'll kick your ass with the tight ends, Pitts. You know what I mean? Seymour Gamble's going to step up and have a big year. I mean, you talked about the running backs, and plus, and let me say this about Franks. There's been a lot of running quarterbacks, but I can't remember a running quarterback who has the arm of Felipe Franks. And I'm not talking about accuracy, but I'm just talking about stretching the field. I mean, this guy can fling me 70 yards with a flick of the wrist. And I just think defenses are really going to be stagnant, really going to be playing vanilla, because like you said, there is no defense for this Florida Gator offense. I just want to put America on notice right now. You're looking at a team that's going to score 40 points a game this year. And the only weakness I'll see in the Gators is run defense. But let's just stay on the quarterback and this offense. I just don't see how you game plan for the Florida Gators this year. I don't give a damn for Alabama, Georgia, LSU, South Carolina. I really don't give a damn. There's no way to match up against the Florida Gators, especially with Dan Mullen as a play caller. He can keep you off balance with no damn talent.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? Take advantage of an inexperienced offensive line and have blitz packages, load the box. I mean, all that's going to do is that's going to open up the outside. You're going to be able to throw screens all day to Kadarius Toney. I mean, you give Kadarius Toney an inch, and he'll give you a mile. There's no doubt. I mean, there's a reason. I mean, I'm not sure if you heard, but Kadarius Toney is going to be wearing number 1. I mean,
yeah, I heard that.
I know nobody likes to make the Percy Harvin references.
Because there ain't.
When was the last time that you had a playmaker like that wear number 1?
Well, I mean, you'll never see another Percy Harvin, but that's okay.
No.
Kadarius Toney's his own player, and in his own right can make some freaky moves, and you can't tackle this kid in the phone booth.
Yeah, but Harvin had to be coached by somebody.
I agree with that.
Harvin?
Well,
Billy Gonzalez.
Yeah, Billy Gonzalez. I mean, and again, the Gators ain't had a wide receiver coach since Gonzalez left. So for him to have this kind of talent and be with these guys 2 years in a row, I would be shocked if the Gators. I just don't see how you match up with the Florida Gators this year because, again, every coach when he goes into a game, they want to identify who do we need to stop, what makes our offense go. There's too many guys to identify. There's just too. I mean, you've seen it last year, week to week. We thought this guy would show up, this guy would show up. Swain stole the show most of the time, but Damo did a great job of keeping you off balance with who he wanted to attack you with week to week. And this year, you got even more talent. And Franks came into his own at the end of the year. I mean, I can't really think of another challenge that Felipe Franks is going to have to go through mentally other than success. Because, I mean, this kid's been set up to fail. He's been hated by fans. He's been loved by fans. I mean, you could question even the locker room didn't even trust Felipe Franks at one point. But something happened in that South Carolina game, and everything clicked. And I'm just excited to see this guy, man, this year, man. Because I think he's going to I think he's going to be a Heisman contender, no doubt about it. I think you get 2 SEC quarterbacks in the Heisman in New York this year. Alabama's quarterback and Florida's quarterback. I think they'll both be in New York this year, setting up with a chance to win the Heisman. And I don't know when the last time 2 quarterbacks from the same conference has been in the Heisman together, but it's going to happen this year, my friend.
Man, that'd be awesome. If Felipe Franks is having a Heisman season, then there's going to be a lot of happy Florida Gator fans.
I mean, look at Dan Mullen's quarterbacks in year 2. There's no reason to think that he ain't going to have 50 touchdowns combined, rushing and throwing. At least 45. Easy plus 40. I'm looking at 45 plus.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm excited. As it gets closer to the season, I'm gonna predict every game. I'm gonna predict every score, and I'll bring that forth whenever the time comes. But man, when it's all said and done, I think I might have to agree with you. I mean, looking at the schedule, there's really only 2 games on the schedule that are even that I would even remotely question whether the Gators are going to come out on top. Remotely, keyword remotely. And that's, of course, the Georgia game and the LSU game.
Why does everybody keep telling me LSU? I mean, is everybody still living in the past? Is it just because it's LSU? I mean, because look at the coaching staff. Look at their offensive coordinator. Look at their talent. I just don't understand. Right. I think people are looking at the helmet instead of the talent. I mean, LSU ain't LSU no more, man. It just really ain't. It just really ain't.
Well, that stadium is one of the toughest places to play in America.
It was. So Dan Mullen and Dak Prescott went in there on a Saturday night with their ass 38-3. Check the record at home. Since that game. Nobody fears going to LSU no more. They can get drunk and loud all they want. Look at Florida. The Florida Gators played better on the road last year than they did at home. Look at the Mississippi State game.
Right.
You don't think that prepared this team for any challenge they'll have on the road this year? They ain't never going into an environment like they went into at Hell State. LSU, that's going to be a picnic.
Wait, what
picnic.
Happened in 26? I mean, was it at 2016?
I'm pretty sure it was it was 2014 when pretty sure it was 14 when Mississippi State went in there and knocked their ass out 38-3.
Right.
Pretty sure.
It's gonna be a good season.
I mean, LSU. The only player on LSU that scares me is Jamar Chase. But guess what? He's a wide receiver, and Joe Burrows, he's still having nightmares about our secondary. He's going to be scared to throw the damn ball.
Right. You know that Mullen already has a game plan for Georgia.
I think when it comes to Florida, Georgia, you got to throw out the game plan. It comes out to who wants it more. And you can't tell me after last year the way the Florida Gators gave that game away. And they gave it away. They gave it away with lack of execution. Dan Mullen had the play set up. That lack of execution was pitiful. You don't think I see the Florida Gators playing that game with more of an edge than Georgia this year. Forget talent. It's all about an edge. And the Florida Gators got the edge this year. And there's no way in hell they go across that St. John's River and don't come back with a victory, headed back to Gainesville. There's just no way.
You're exactly right.
Because everybody's got talent. It's all about the mental edge, and the Florida Gators got the mental edge this year over Georgia. And again, we don't know what Georgia's going to have. I mean, they just ran out the best quarterback. I mean, Justin Fields was a big loss. I mean, the Dog Nation keeps reporting how Florida's losing all these transfers, and it's transfer country. When we lose somebody of note, I'll let you know. Florida ain't lost somebody that was going to play significant time this year. I mean, maybe it hurts your practices. Maybe it hurts the way you scrimmage. But as far as game day, Florida ain't lost somebody that we need to talk about. They ain't lost nobody we need to talk about.
I agree. It's going to be a big-time season, man. I mean...
It's always big time in Gainesville, baby. It's always big time in Gainesville. You know this.
It's going to be great.
I'm
excited to see what happens with fall camp and how the installation goes and how the team continues to get together and get ready for the first game against Miami. I mean, my prediction for that game, we're throwing up all these 41 bombs last season. 41. I'm telling you, it's going to be 52-7.
Yeah,
that's my score for the Miami game. 52-7.
I got 55-19, so I'm with you, man. It's a double nickel. It's definitely a 50 party.
55-19.
It's definitely gonna be a.
Yeah, we're gonna get a. We're definitely gonna put the 50 bomb on them. There's no way they're gonna come trying to get us with these stunts on the offensive line, and we're gonna out finesse them on the outside with the screens, the deep bombs. Felipe Franks is gonna have at least one, maybe two rushing touchdowns. Kadarius Toney is gonna have the game of his life. There's a reason why he's number one.
I tell you,
it's gonna be awesome.
I tell you, man. There's a lot of talk about a lot of Gators and Toney. I would say Toney. Talk about Toney all you want. Talk about P-Ron all you want, but Damian Pierce is going to steal the show this year, man. I'm telling you. I mean, this kid, everybody thinks Michael P-Ron Sr. And don't get me wrong, P-Ron's a key player of the game. He's going to be awesome, but I'm telling you, Damian Pierce is going to be a star of the show, in my opinion, this year.
I mean, when was the last time you saw a running back that goes as hard as Damian Pierce? I mean, that guy doesn't stop running until he's out past Gail Lemron.
You know, he reminds me of Ernest Graham, man. Real low to the ground. He reminds me of Ernest Graham. Real low to the ground. Yeah, he got
absolutely
kind of that same build. Nobody really knows about him. But when he gets in the game, I mean, you go back to that 2001 season. Ernest Graham was hurt the 2 games we lost. I mean, really cost us the national championship. As good as the quarterback was, as good as the receivers were with Caldwell, Gaffney, Jacobs, Steve Spurrier did best when he ran the ball, and Dan Mullen wants to run the ball too. I mean, there's just no defense for this. There's no defense for this offense, man. You just pick your poison. It don't matter. You want to get beat with the passing game, we'll do it. You want to get beat in the running game, we can do it. And it ain't just a quarterback running. It ain't just a running back running. I mean, you talked about Toney. This guy's gonna get more carries. I think Toney would have been a bigger star last year, but he started the season in the doghouse. Remember, he had a little suspension there.
Right.
Got in a little bit of trouble. And I think Dan Mullen building this program up right wasn't going to let him shine. I mean, if you gonna earn it. It don't make a damn how talented you are. You gonna get in trouble, you ain't shining for the Florida Gators. And I think Dan Mullen had to spend last year really setting this locker room, setting the tone of how the Florida Gators are going to compete and the kind of player and person, more importantly, you're going to have to be if you're going to strap on that uniform and perform on Saturdays. And the Florida Gators are ready to break out big time, like you said. And there ain't no way in hell. I would say Ohio State and Florida Gators for the national championship this year. We finally get our shot at Justin Fields, the only player on Georgia that ever scared me. And guess what? He ain't there. Georgia's going to have it rough this year. They're going to have it rough this year watching the Gators with their ass, going to Atlanta, going to the playoff. And then they got to see Justin Fields shine too? Oh, Lord. I mean, everybody wants to talk about recruiting. Think about this, my friend. Kirby Smart. You had 3 quarterbacks come out of Georgia in the same class. Emory Jones, Trevor Lawrence, and Justin Fields. All from the state of Georgia. Guess what? They ain't none of them on Georgia's roster. None of them guys are on Georgia's roster. You can talk about recruiting all you want. Give me numbers. Give me stars. Somebody choked in recruiting, and it would be Kirby Smart. You let all 3 of them guys get away. One guy already won a national championship, and the other guy transferred, and the other guy's waiting in the wings from the Florida Gators. I mean, I like our depth at quarterback, even though we lost Jalen Jones. Emory Jones is ready to play now. And I wouldn't be. You mentioned 06. Now, this is a year you could see a little 06. I mean, you've seen Emory Jones with the Packers against Georgia. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little more Emory Jones this year because the kid's ready to play. And talent was never the problem. It was body size. I mean, you want to talk about 2 years under Savage? He's ready to play.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's called Savage. I'm not going to pull that one out again, but, man, he's one of the best in America. And, hey, you know Jonathan Greenard, however you pronounce his name?
Yeah, I've heard about him.
That guy's a monster.
Yeah,
that guy's a monster. They're gonna have him playing outside linebacker, and he's gonna eat quarterbacks up for breakfast. I mean,
yeah, if all got pass rush.
He's gonna be like a Ja'Kai Polite, but he's bigger than Ja'Kai Polite.
I don't know if he. I don't know.
He's a freak.
It'll be a long time.
Freak in nature.
I think it'll be a long time before you see somebody get the sack numbers that Ja'Kai Polite just put up.
Yeah, but there's something that
there's potential there to fill that void. I understand what you're saying. There's potential there for him to fill that void. And Florida's got the pass rushers. There ain't no doubt in my mind we can rush the quarterback. Can we stop the run? It's going to be interesting to see how Savage did with this interior defense to see if we can, because like I say, it's the only unit that concerns me is the front 7 as far as stopping the run. I know we got David Reese, but if your linebacker's making all the tackles, that probably ain't a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, you want your defensive line to be making those tackles. But I mean,
you want a team to come into the game and say, "Damn it, we ain't running left. We can't run left on the Gators." But right now, I don't see where you say, "Hey, we can't run at this guy. We can't run at this guy." Maybe Greener steps up. Maybe Zuniga steps up. Maybe Kyrie Campbell steps up. Maybe all 3 of them step up, and we perform a walk. That's the hopeful ideal. But at this point, I can't say that coaches are sitting at home saying, "Damn, we can't run left on the Florida Gators," or whichever way, and that's a problem. You got to set them up. You can't give them 3 options. You got to have 2. I mean, multiple choices. I mean, you done multiple choice in the test. I mean, the less option, the easier it is.
Well, hey Lance, you know what's the best run defense?
Talk to me.
An incredible secondary. Because if you have a strong secondary,
I don't know about that.
You can let them be on islands, and you can load the box.
Yeah.
And we have the type of corners and the type of defensive backs and safeties that put them out on islands, and we can load the box with scheme. We can out scheme any run offense in the country because of what our corners can do.
Yeah.
You try to throw play action on us, that's okay, because we have corners like C.J. Henderson that are going to make the plays.
Yeah.
We have safeties like Brad Stewart that's gonna pick you off when you least expect it and score touchdowns. You know, I'm super excited about Trey Dean possibly playing the start position, jumping right in where Chauncey Gardner-Johnson left off. It's going to be great. I'm telling you.
I would tell you.
That's where we differ. You're concerned about the run defense, but in the same way that we're confident that our offensive line is going to step up, I'm confident that our defense is going to stop the run. And I wouldn't be surprised if by the numbers, our run defense is better than even our pass defense, simply because of how we're scheming to our strengths.
Well,
how we're stopping the run.
I think you're right. Can we play on an island? Yes, we can. But here's the deal: you don't see 2 wide receiver sets no more. I mean, there is no pro set. There is no pro offense anymore. Georgia's the closest thing you get to a pro offense, and even they're getting a little bit of spread. They're more spread element than they are pro. I mean, their run game's pro style, but their passing game is not pro style anymore. So you don't really see the pro style offenses to where you can really just say, "Hey, we're going to put you on an island," because teams are attacking the run different ways. It ain't just your traditional run, and that's why Auburn worries me because of their scheme and in many ways they can run the ball. Kind of like when LSU beat us in the swamp a couple years ago, Matt, kind of the jet sweeps and stuff. I just think Auburn can run the ball like we can, a lot of different ways with a lot of different guys, and you never know who's going to run at any point in time. And that's what scares me about Auburn. I mean, yeah, if we're going pro offense, you don't want none of the Florida Gators, but you just don't. With a spread offense, you can't just say we're gonna match up. We're gonna put 9 in the box because it just don't present itself anymore.
Yeah. This year.
Well, hell, man, we can afford to give up a few points because we're gonna score some.
Yeah, no, we're gonna score.
We ain't gotta be perfect on defense. We ain't gotta hold them to 14 points.
That game is 45-24.
We ain't gotta hold them under 20 no more. Hell, we hold them under 30, we should win. That's how damn good we are on offense this year.
Oh yeah.
It ain't about keeping them under 20. It used to be hold them under 20. I don't think you got to think like that this year. I mean, you don't want to give up 30 a game, but I think you can.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: there ain't no way in hell if Florida got to give them up 30 a game, and you got Todd Grantham, Torian Gray, Ron English. I mean, find me a better defensive staff in the country. I mean, just position by position. They're definitely not a better corner coach than Torian Gray. And Ron English,
No doubt.
Ron English is overlooked. He's not even appreciated by Gator fans. I mean, this guy right here could be a defensive coordinator anywhere in America, and he's a secondary coach. He's a secondary coach for us. I mean, that just tells you the kind of how Dan Mullen treats his staff and the kind of respect people have for Dan Mullen when they get on his staff. And we already know about the offense. I mean, Mullen and Hevesy Gonzalez been together, 10, 11 years now. I mean, just a communication piece, and the way Mullen calls a game, he really don't just play to score points. He really feeds off his defense, communication with Grantham. They got a good thing going. There's a reason why Todd Grantham came back, and there's a reason why all the seniors came back. David Reese on defense, Jefferson on offense, because they know we ain't just going to Atlanta. We winning the damn thing. You don't come back for draft stock. Them guys can't. I mean, Jefferson and Reese cannot help their draft stock at all. I would say Reese can help his draft stock more than Jefferson, but there's nothing Van Jefferson can do this year to raise his draft stock. So that tells you right away he believes that we can win, or he ain't coming back.
Yeah.
I
got 2 words for you.
Yeah. Go Gators.
2 words. Bonus money. Because that's what happens when you win championships and you're coaching for the Gators.
Ain't no doubt about it. Did you know Van Jefferson's dad is the wide receivers coach at the Miami Dolphins?
I didn't know that. Wow.
No, I didn't know that either. Zach Capoverdi told me that. I thought that was an interesting. That's pretty interesting. And Van Jefferson, man, this guy right here. I mean, he's top. He could be a top wide receiver in the league. I mean, I just don't. Dan Mullen just don't run his offense like that.
Yeah, man. Speaking of which, man, we should. I wonder what it'd be like if we did a 2-way call and called Zach Alvaverdi and Jeff Cardoza called the tailgate.
Oh, on
Could you imagine?
I mean,
did a 2-way, a 3-way with them? I
mean, we probably could, but when I go to tailgate, I got to ride solo. It ain't nothing personal. I just gotta go. I gotta ride solo on the tailgate. But you know what we should do? We should get the number to Dog Nation and call them up. So somebody find me the number to Georgia's radio show. Somebody get me a number to a Georgia radio show.
Somebody has to, man.
Give me a number.
Are you gonna call? Are you gonna hit up Feinbaum this year?
I'm gonna hit his ass up tomorrow. I was going to hit him today, and I got caught up. I meant to call the tailgate, too. I tweeted out I was going to call them, and they liked the tweet and everything, and I didn't show up. I do apologize, man. It's been crazy around here. Just, a lot of things personal, and just, but the passion's starting to brew, the fire's starting to burn. I'm about ready to kick this thing in full force.
Well, hey, man, they got a lot going on. So.
Yeah. Well, let's cut it off, man. I had a good time talking to you, man. You're the man. You're the man. I always respect the quarterback, man. You can't do a show without a quarterback, and I appreciate you taking time to be on Lance and Jasper show. I'm gonna sign it off. I'm gonna shut it down.
Absolutely. All right, Lance.
Just like we're gonna shut down Georgia and Jacksonville, baby. We shutting down. Go Gators.
You have a good night. Go Gators.
My man. My man. You the man, brother. I love that passion. Go Gators. My man, kicking ass all. Quarterback kicking ass all the time. Let's see. Let's see what these boys. You say it ain't going live?
It's not showing your live at all.
Do you think I could probably still post it later, right?
You should be able to. I hope you can.
I hate to be doing this for no damn reason.
It worked. It's on. It's set up for you. I don't know why. I don't get it.
Yeah, it worked last time. Where we at on this? How much time are we on? I can't see nothing. You click the fucking thing off.
All you gotta do is hit it right.
Hit it back. 31 minutes. Oh man, my man, let them know. Say, who we got right here, Val?
Yeah, Val, man. Val, I'm just fresh on work. I'm still answering the call when I'm fresh on work. What's going on?
Oh man, I won't hold you long. Let's get a good 5 minute round here. I mean, I got them 11 in the morning beating Alabama, playing Ohio State in the national championship. What you got?
No, it's gonna be Florida in the national championship. I don't know why they counting us out already, man. What's going on?
I don't know who's counting us out. I don't follow the heads. I let them follow me. Here's the deal. I got 11 in the morning. We're playing Ohio State for the national championship this year. What you got?
Oh yeah. Okay. I got Florida all day.
Yeah. I know you got it. You true got it. Straight out of Ocala now. This guy right here, close to the program for a long time. A lot of hype, a lot of energy. I really appreciate the calls. But tell me, man, tell me about this offense year 2 with Franks really coming on to the end of the year, because I just don't see how you scheme for the Florida Gators this year.
I think we'll see elite. I think we'll see elite Felipe Franks this year, because it should come natural to him this year. He should make the throws he should have been making last year. He'll be throwing receivers open. He'll be running the ball more. He really gonna put his shoulder down and run you over. He's 6'6", 240. Come on, man. He's a monster. So he's gonna be tough. Nick Saban's got them boys getting bigger. They got that dog in them. They're not gonna be scared of Georgia. Not gonna be scared of LSU. We gotta place Alabama whenever we get to Atlanta, because we gonna make it to Atlanta. I don't really see Georgia at all beat us. So they gotta really earn it this year. You know what I'm saying? But I say Felipe he's gonna throw receivers open. He's gonna be an elite quarterback.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I really can't remember a guy that can run the ball like Franks can, that has the arm he has. I'm not talking about action. Right. I'm just talking about the deep threat. I mean, the way he can stretch the field and really makes the defense cover. I mean, you really can't afford to creep up with a man's got an arm like this guy has, man.
And he was already, Lance. Let me stop you right there, Lance. He was already doing that in the McElwain offense when he threw that winning touchdown against Tennessee with Tyree Cleveland. So now that he's elite, now he's going to be elite this year. He's going to be able to see. Yeah. They're going to have to really worry about his legs, because you see what he did in Michigan. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really see a step back this year. Since I've been watching Dan Mullen a long time. His quarterbacks in year 2, they just get better and better. So I don't see him taking a step back. I see him taking a step forward. I'm just tired of everybody saying about this mediocre season. I don't want to see a mediocre season, man. I don't want a 9-3. I want 11-1. Like you said, I'll take 11-1.
I don't know where you're hearing all this mediocre talk, man, but let me remind you, nobody had us doing anything last year either, man. So don't get caught up in the talking heads, man. Nobody's seen what the Florida Gators doing what they did last year. Did they do everything I wanted them to? No, but they definitely exceeded media expectation.
Hey, but we still made it to Atlanta, like I said we was too.
I'll tell you any way we can get it.
And we still made it to Atlanta, like I said, Lance. We made it, and we won. We dominated. So I don't know. Let me ask you a question, Lance. Because you always keep it real, me, Lance. Can we beat Georgia this year?
Well, I think there's no doubt about it. I mean, because to me, it ain't about talent; it's about a mental edge. And I think last year Georgia had the mental edge over Florida. But you can't tell me this year, after what happened last year. I mean, it wasn't talent that got us beat against Georgia last year. It was lack of execution. Yeah, I think these players have enough respect for Dan Mullen, and they got enough respect for themselves, and they got enough respect for Gator Nation that they're going to come out and show in Jacksonville what Gator football is all about. And there's no way in hell they leave that stadium without a win this year. I mean, it just.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you know what? I'm excited to see.
We don't even know who Georgia's quarterback's going to be in Jacksonville. I mean, if the man goes down, there's nobody left.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they let their second string 5-star go. That was a bonehead move by Kirby Smart, but
So,
you know that's something that's going to bite them. And they know, Georgia does lose a game every year, and they end up being in the major games at the end of the year. I don't know how they do it, but we can lose a game and still be like that, But I don't really see nobody coming in the swamp.
let me tell you a secret about Georgia. They play Texas A&M in November. That's a loss. All right. So I guarantee you, Georgia got 2 losses.
Oh yeah,
That's 2. That's 2 right there. I mean, and don't be surprised if Tennessee don't beat their ass. But here's the deal, man. You talking about Frank Hunter McElwain? The biggest difference between McElwain and Mullen, he was dirt. He was dirt when he played for McElwain. Now he's glitter. And what does glitter do, my friend? It shines. Felipe Franks is going to shine all the way to fucking New York. You can sit his ass up for the Heisman because he's going to be in New York. Does he win it? I don't know. Will he be there? Guaranteed.
Oh yeah, you know what else too, Lance? The man, I don't know if you heard this, Lance, but the man was offered by the Red Sox. Now, if he turned down a Red Sox deal to come back to Florida, you think he's just going to come back and play around? He want to win a championship.
You don't play around. He ain't got time to play around because Emory Jones is right behind him pushing his ass every day.
Oh, yeah, Emory Jones is on his ass. Emory Jones is on that ass because he's ready. He's on that ass, man.
Felipe Franks
he don't should go on your show, Lance.
He can't afford to take a day off. He can't afford to take a day off. He can't even take a rep off. He can't even take a rep off.
If you would have took that offer from Red Sox, it would have been Emory Jones' job to lose. Because who else is going to step up?
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting your money, and he still might go play baseball. But at the same time, Felipe Franks is 100% committed to being a Florida Gator quarterback, and don't be surprised if he comes back for a senior season. I know everybody thinks he's going to leave after this year. I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, because if you say, okay, let's be realistic, because you're realistic on your show. Say we make it to the SEC championship, maybe we lose 28-35 to Alabama or something. Okay, boom, we get a bowl game. That's just going to feed him to come back his senior year. Because why do you think Freddie Swain and Cleveland and Jefferson all them came back? Because they believe in Felipe Franks. They feel like that he can take them somewhere.
Right, you're right about that, my friend.
Come on now, and they keep saying Trayvon Grimes is going to have a breakout season this year. I think so too. I mean, yeah, spring game don't really tell you nothing because it's spring game, but if he plays the way he's been playing in spring, if he plays like that all year and comes in the fall, boy, they in trouble. Because like you said, he's got so many weapons. Who they gonna stop? And then Kadarius Toney already they're already comparing him to Percy Harvin, Lance. They're already comparing him to Percy Harvin. So I mean, he's not a Percy Harvin, but he's a versatile player like Percy Harvin. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. We got him. We got, and then Copeland. See, I don't know what's up with Copeland. You think he's a bust, or you think he'll get a little bit of shine this year?
He's definitely not a bust. He's just been hurt. The whole time he's been in college, he's been hurt. He ain't really had a chance to take off. I mean, does he shine this year? Does he shine this year? It's hard to say because we're so deep. I mean, we got 6 NFL wide receivers in front of him. But I guarantee you, Jacob Copeland ain't a bust.
Oh, I don't think so either. Cause he wanted to come to Florida just to be. Yeah, you're right. I don't think he's a bust either, to be honest. I mean,
it's just unfortunate he's been hurt ever since he stepped on campus.
Yeah, I mean that's just part of that's part of the game.
I mean, he told my man Zach the same thing. I mean, it ain't ideal to come to college and be hurt, but he's learned a lot from it, and he ain't giving up. He's practicing hard. He's playing hard. He's learned a lot. You know, maybe it's made him more humble, more hungry. Jacob Copeland will be a star in time. Will it be this year? I mean, it's hard to say because again. The Florida Gator depth chart at wide receiver, you're looking at 6 guys that are going to play in the NFL next year.
Right. I think, and you know what, if I got time, I can talk to you. If I got time, I'm just chilling in my car outside. But I'm just saying, like, I just feel like, okay, we talked about the offense. Now let's talk about the defense. Who do you think? You think Leonard Gennard is Ja'Kai Polite player or from Louisville transfer or what?
I'll tell you right now, man. It'll be a long time for you to see a guy put up the sack numbers that Ja'Kai Polite did. Now, was Ja'Kai Polite is a guy more versatile? Is he better against the run? Maybe. Is he more equipped? But you won't see a guy put up sack numbers like Jacob Polite for a long time. I mean, I don't. I mean, what the guy did last year was simply nothing short of amazing.
Yeah, he did.
But I tell you what concerns me about the Gators defense is the run. Can we stop the run? I mean, if you can't stop the run, you could go 9-3. You really could.
Right.
But again, the offense is good enough. You might can overcome giving up 200 rushing yards in a game this year. Where before it was holding below 20. Now you can really say 25-30. This offense put up 40. We put up 40 every game. Florida Gators gonna be hard to beat this year, man.
Yeah.
And the schedule's pretty nice. I mean, there's never a dream schedule, but this is a dream schedule, my friend.
Right. This is the ideal schedule for us. This can lead us to a better schedule because the only team, say we lose to LSU in Baton Rouge, I don't think we will, but I'm just saying,
Everybody I talk to, LSU. I mean, who's their coach?
I know. I'm just saying. Hear me out. Lance, hear me out. Come on, now. Hear me out.
I ain't trying to give you a hard time. I'm just trying to figure out who LSU's got and who's coaching that team that's got everybody talking about LSU.
Well, but it ain't really about the team. It's like, but they're hard to beat at home. Even Alabama be having trouble with them when they go to Baton Rouge.
Did Kentucky beat Florida at home last year?
Yeah.
Home field don't matter anymore in college football, man. This is a different era. This is a different type of player. Kids don't care about playing on the road anymore. It really don't matter about where. It really don't matter where you play anymore. It really don't matter where you play anymore. It really don't.
Yeah, you're right. You know what's crazy?
It's overrated, man. Now in the 90s, 2000s, home field meant a lot. But anymore, these kids don't give a damn where they play.
Right. And you know what I forgot to tell you too? Felipe played excellent when he was away from home last year.
You're damn right, man.
He played lights out.
He really did, man. I mean, and think about that atmosphere at Starkville. LSU ain't gonna put up an atmosphere more intimidating than that. I don't give a damn if it's Death Valley or not. I mean, these kids are prepared to go on the road and play in any damn house in any environment after that. Are you kidding me?
Right.
And really won a slobber knocker, man. Held it with 13-6.
Yeah.
Hell of a game. I mean, what a grind. I mean, what a game. And again, Dan Mullen's showing his play calling ability. I mean, this is year 2, man, under Dan Mullen and his staff. And you got a quarterback coming back. I mean, this is the first year you're not talking about who the quarterback is for the Florida Gators since 2009, man.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a big deal in college. That's half the battle in college. Who's your damn quarterback? Well, guess what? We got one. Matter of fact, we got 2 of them.
Yeah, we got 2 of them. Matter of fact, yeah, because Emory Jones already got experience, like you said. Even though, what I really like what you said last year, Lance. You said, man, I don't think Emory Jones will start on Felipe plays, but I bet he plays and gets some experience. So if Felipe does, if they do got to sit his ass down, Emory Jones will be ready. And I believe you told me that last week. That he might not start. But he's got that. He was really balling against. He really balled against Georgia. If you think about it, man, he really balled against Georgia.
Well, last year, what we talked about with Emory Jones is not skill; it's body type. He just wasn't mature enough for the body type to go in there and take the hits and really play in the SEC. But this is year 2 under Savage, top strength coach in America, definitely top 3. Top 3 string coach. I mean, you give him. Emory Jones is physically ready to play this year.
Right.
Last year he wasn't. That's the only thing that kept him off the field, in my opinion, man.
Right.
I mean,
I like. Do you like this though? Do you like this about Emory Jones? He got some big time playing time in the big games. Like they already got to get to the Georgia, Florida.
You always want to get a little experience, get your feet wet, get out on the field, get out there with the guys, just to feel part of a team, man. Just get your confidence knowing that, hey, I've done this before. It ain't brand new. I mean, anytime you do something, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. And Dan Mullen developed this kid the right way. He didn't rush him, man. And think about this. Emory Jones, even if he don't play this year, I mean, he'll have a role. But even if he don't start, you talking about 2 years just being coached and groomed under Dan Mullen, seeing all you've seen. I mean, when Emory Jones does get on the field, he's going to be ready, man, and that's a big deal, man. He ain't gonna be a deer in the headlight. It ain't gonna be a learning curve. It ain't gonna be rookie quarterback. This guy's gonna be ready to go, man. When Frank does decide to leave, the Gators ain't gonna miss a beat on offense. And give credit to Emory Jones for not transferring. A lot of kids are running these days. He ain't scared.
Right. And you know what else too? I meant to tell you, because remember I texted you. I don't know if you got my text the other day, but we'll get to see this year. We'll get to see
Dan Mullen's recruit that tight end, which is Lucas Kroll and you're big on Kamara Campbell. I know you're big on Kamara Campbell, but Lucas Kroll and Kyle Pitts are his recruits, so we'll see them this year.
Lucas Kroll got hurt, man. He's got a setback. I don't think he's gonna be a major factor this year.
I didn't know he was hurt.
But even if he wasn't hurt, man, I'm telling you right now, Lucas Kroll is not an everyday tight end. I mean, I know he made a play against Mississippi State. Got Gator fans riled up, and we'll for it.
He passed it back to the quarterback. Remember?
Mississippi State, man. You sure that wasn't Mississippi State, man? Come on, man. That was Mississippi State, man. Mississippi State, man.
No, it was LSU at home because look, we did the reverse to him, and he did the drop back pass, and he was left-handed, remember? And he threw it back to Felipe Franks. It was against LSU. Watch that game again. It was against LSU. I'm telling you. I'm just like y'all, fanatic. I'm just like y'all. I watched all the games.
I watch all the games too. I mean, I could be wrong, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure because we set up a play, we ran it to the right side of the field, set that play up because Kroll's left-handed. Nobody knew he was left-handed. That was Mississippi State, man. You're crazy as hell.
No, it wasn't. That was LSU. Let me tell you why. Because we threw the pass with Tony against Mississippi State to put us up 13-6. Remember? We did the reverse pass to Darius Tony. He threw it to Morris Peters for the touchdown because he was a quarterback. Remember that's the trick play we did against Mississippi State to beat them. We beat them 13-6. That's what got us in the lead. And then we did this was in the second half, on the second drive, because he threw an interception against Felipe Franks, came out and threw an interception against LSU the first drive. Then LSU came down to score. And then we came back down to score because we did a trick play with Lucas Kroll. Nobody on LSU knew he could throw. He was left-handed, except for Florida. And they threw it back to Felipe. He got it out to the 2-yard or 1-yard line. And then Lamarcus Piron scored. Remember, off the halfback sweep.
I mean, I just remember that Kroll play being the biggest play of the game in the game that he did it, and the biggest play of the game, and the biggest play of the game in the LSU game was Brad Stewart. So nobody was talking about Lucas Kroll and Brad Stewart in the same week. So I know it was Mississippi State, bro.
It was. I'm telling you, he did not do that against Mississippi State. It was
crazy as hell, man. Crazy as hell.
I'm telling you, man.
I'll tell you what. If I'm wrong, I'll never talk Gator football again.
So you're wrong. I'm telling you, you're wrong.
I ain't wrong, bro.
I'm telling you, you're wrong, bro.
Well, I appreciate you telling me that. But got me. You done got me.
I'm gonna send you to the plays for your phone.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna send you the plays.
You fucking with the winner, bro. You fucking with the winner, bro. I love you. I love you, dear. I love you, dear. When we get out the phone here, we'll Google this up. I ain't a Google fan, but I'll go back and put the tape on. We'll figure it out. What was the name of that play? I know Dan Mother had a name for it. Hell, I can't even remember the name of the play. It's been a rough year for me with my mom being sick and stuff. I ain't really I really ain't focused on Gator football like I should have. And remembering last year's really hard on me because I've been so focused on every day with my mom that I just before I just sit around and thought about Gator football 24/7. I really ain't. My mind's been overtaken with something more important, which I didn't think nothing was more important than Gator football till this happened to me. But we ain't gotta talk about that. But I love Gator football, and I'm gonna check that out, man. We're gonna get together. Let me get off the phone. I gotta check that out. You done got me hyped now. Let's sign off. Let's get out of the damn car. Get in there and get you showered. Put on the tape, and I'm gonna call you guys in a minute. And I'm going to cuss you off live. No, I wouldn't cuss you, man. You my boy. But I love you, man. Go Gators.
All right, go Gators.
Appreciate your time, brother. This is a great man right there, straight out of Oklahoma. Straight out Ocala, moved up down there. You got, straight up fucking Ocala, moved to Oklahoma, man, for work. You know, fuck it. It don't matter. Gator Nation's all across the world. Y'all know that. That's why I'm a Gator Nation. Let's see. I got one more little call. I hate to run this damn long on a damn show, man. I wanted to really keep it short, but you can't do a show without calling George. He's the craziest fucking Gator fan I know. Fuck, George is too damn fun, man. We'll keep it short with George. We'll get out of here.
Hey, Lance.
Gator Nation screaming your name, George. They want you on the show.
Yeah, commission continent.
What are you doing, man? He's at the bar. He's at the bar singing karaoke. I hear the distortion in the microphone.
Okay, all right, you got me.
Yeah, I hear the distortion in the microphone. He's at the bar singing karaoke. What are you singing tonight, George?
Actually, I was watching National Geographic about India.
Oh yeah. Where's India at?
It's on the other side of the world.
Other side of the world. Yeah.
Other half.
I'll never go up north, much less other side of the world.
Yeah, I was in Japan once.
Really?
At least that's what they told me. Yeah.
What they told you? Damn. Hey man.
I was there for a year in Tokyo. It was like Disneyland.
I told y'all, man, you can't do the show out there. Craziest gay brand I know. Hey man, I won't ever forget about the time you told me about Frank's, man. That's the best joke I've ever heard in my life. But tell me, man.
Hey, I think it got back to him and he straightened up, man.
Yeah, nobody broke down Felipe Franks better than George. No, nobody broke it down better, man. I think you were right on the money. But tell me this, man. Everybody's been waiting on my prediction, so I gave it 11-1. Florida plays Ohio State for a national championship. What you got?
Man, I don't know.
No?
I said I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Who scares you on the schedule?
If we lose any more players, we're not even gonna have a football team.
Who have we lost? Who have we lost, George? I don't know one player that we lost that was going to play this year.
I agree with that.
I mean, does it hurt the way you practice? Yeah. Does it hurt the way you scrimmage? Yeah. Does it hurt you on game day? There ain't no fucking way.
And I'm pretty sure Mullen probably told Edwards to go ahead and transfer.
Edwards?
Edwards left today. Transfer forward.
Brian Edwards. Oh fuck! Hey! If you count on Brian Edwards, your ass in trouble.
You know, he just got no charges put on him, but he grabbed his girlfriend by the neck, and she just said, "I don't want to press charges." Otherwise, he'd have been off the team anyway if they pressed charges.
Brian Edwards is a great practice player, but when it comes to game day, you don't want this guy on the field, man. You just don't. You just don't.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get on the field much.
Kid got burned last year. I mean, come on, man. Brian Edwards ain't you got. I mean, when you got. The problem is, when you got Dane, Wilson, Henderson, Amari Burney's going to step up this year, Sean Davis, Stewart. There's really no spot for him to play. He damn right he transferred because he's trying to get into the NFL. And guess what? You don't get into the NFL without tape. So hell yeah, he transferred.
He practically said that much in his thing. He said, "Thanks, guys, but I've got to try to get some playing time in or something."
Yeah, man. Somebody's going to push play, and you can't push play for the Florida Gators because the man ain't showing up when you press play for the Florida Gators. No offense to the kid, man. He just ain't. I mean, that's no knock. That's no knock on the kid. There's a lot of guys that ain't good enough to play for the Florida Gators in the secondary. I mean, we are the top secondary school in America. Everybody talks about DBU. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm more of a pick six click. I mean, the Florida Gators are elite in the secondary every year, all the time. It starts with Lido Shepard all the way up to C.J. Henderson today. But tell me,
11-1 is possible. We got so many players I can't even name them all. And as long as we don't have too many injuries and the offensive line plays good.
Don't focus on what you don't know. Think about what you do know. You know this coaching staff.
No, I know if
Franks the difference.
If Franks plays Heisman caliber football, we could go 11-1.
Well, he will. I mean, I don't see any reason why. Have you ever seen a quarterback struggle in year two under Dan Mullen? Because I haven't.
Right. Good point.
I mean, it just don't happen. I mean, even Chris Ralph and some of these guys. I mean, Tyler Russell, guys that shouldn't be playing quarterback in the SEC, strived in year two under Dan Mullen.
Right.
I mean, and these guys. And he did this in the West. I just don't think people realize the kind of coach Dan Mullen is. They're just so people are scared of this thing, man. You know it, George. They're scared of this thing because they know when it gets going and it takes off, it's over.
Are you on YouTube or anything right now?
Do what?
Are you on YouTube or anything right now?
Man, I tried to go live, but it didn't go live. I'm going to have to post this show. It wouldn't go live. I don't know. I ain't done it in a while. I might have did something wrong.
Gator Breakdown had Will on today. You know, Dave and Will.
Yeah, I don't like neither one of them guys. I don't trust them either. I don't trust them either, man. I mean, they try to talk to Lance and Jasper like I don't know what the fuck's going on. Well, guess what? I punked their ass last year.
Yeah.
I try to get on the show, ask them I call, man. They like I don't belong on their damn show. I mean, I know they got credentials. I know they're in the media. But they don't know what Lance and Jasper knows. I don't give a damn how many practices they go to. I don't care how many damn sources they got. I mean, them guys are whack. But if you want, you should. I can't support their program. They talk too much shit about the Gators. I mean, they run their mouth all the time about damn all recruiting. Them guys don't understand recruiting, man.
I told him today. I told him everybody relax. It's under control.
You call them? How do you call them? How do you call them guys? I want to call them. How'd you call them?
I've never seen anybody call them. I don't think you can.
Oh, okay. Oh, you must have hit them with a message or something.
It was a live stream.
Oh, okay, live stream. Okay, I got you. Go ahead, George. Go ahead. I saw it.
But there's no call-in aspect to it. They don't give a phone number.
Yeah, right. Because they can't handle controversy. They're weak. Weak ass minds, man.
He had like 2 people on with him doing split screens and stuff, but no random calls from viewers or listeners.
I think last year they had them going 9-3, 8-4, bullshit like that.
Yeah.
I kicked their ass all over the chair. They did that panel and that Dave kid was on there. He was hosting the show. Man, he was talking about they mentioned Lance and Jasper on that show in a negative way. Pretty much sarcasm about my 12-0 prediction. Which I was wrong on prediction, but at the same time, the Florida Gators they definitely out succeeded the media's expectation last year, and they'll do it again this year.
Yeah. There.
But someday I'll get a pretty camera and I'll get me a hat. And hell, I might even get a T-shirt. George, you want one?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Someday we'll be official. We'll be official Gators. Official.
My brother just sent me a nice long sleeve T-shirt he's in Florida.
Oh. Well, that'll keep you warm, man. That'll keep you warm. But hey, man, I'm gonna sign off here, man. Let's get together again before media days and really break this thing down right.
My brother's in Orlando right now, but his wife's a traveling nurse. I'm not sure if they're leaving before the game or not. He might be there. He might go to the game.
Yeah, man. We get your brother on the call sometime if you want to, man. We'll call him. We'll call him a 3-way.
Yeah.
I bet if he's anything like you, we're in for a trip, right? It can't be like you, George. There's only one of your ass. They just don't make personalities like your ass. You're a rare breed.
His old lady graduated from there, and his son graduated from there.
Oh, hell.
His son still lives in Gainesville, has a good job at Sham's Hospital.
Oh, damn. Go Gators, man. So, I mean...
Yeah. My nephew runs the whole computer system for the Florida hospital system out of Sham's Hospital. He has some kind of top job that some good shit.
Well, like they always say, it's great to be a Gator. Gators take care of Gators, man.
The benefit of that Florida diploma.
Yeah, there's just some jobs you can't get with a Georgia diploma. There's just some jobs you can't get. But hell, man.
They hired him because he graduated from Florida.
You damn right. You damn right they did. If you want to be great, you gotta have a Gator. You gotta have a Gator. But hey, man, I'm gonna sign off here, man. I'm gonna hit you back up. We're gonna get together and break this down for me. Oh, you're the man, George. Keep it real. All right, man. Gator Nation, signing off Lance and Jasper show. Sorry it ran so long. Come out with a better breakdown, more specific, position by position, player by player breakdown before media days. Yeah, man, you're the man. Just having fun tonight. But plenty of info, plenty of nuggets on the show. If you're into the Gators, if you ain't a Gator, you Gator bait.